All right, well, it's 2020 now. Time to take down the 2019 show. And last year I did a kind of behind the scenes and show wrap up video to kind of document mostly for myself, but also to share with others, like how I had set mine up and kind of what I was hoping for next year. So I found some value in it, and I think some others did. So I wanted to try it again, and hopefully this is something that I can make kind of, I guess, a tradition that I do every year to help document progress and help myself remember kind of where I started and you know how I've improved or what I need to maybe take bigger leaps every year. So we'll go around and kind of look at all the pieces before I start tearing it down and see what I have in my show and what it looks like. All right, well, we're going to start with my Falcon Pi Player Master, which is right there. It's a Pi 3 B+. I started off the season with a B+, I really Halloween, and had seen some issues, so I decided to upgrade it since I had one laying around, or one that I could at least migrate off onto a 4 and start using that. So that's what that is right down there, and it does have wired Ethernet to the rest of the network. One of the USB is RS-45, which is dangling down below somewhere right there. And then that comes up along into, not that one, but then I have two SS16 for my AC lights. So at least here in the garage, I have 32 channels available. These are daisy chained together as one, although I never needed the second one. I only did 16 channels of AC light. I then have these go through these white cables, and they go up and out and under the eaves there to the outside, so that I can kind of keep this all inside and patch it through. And so that's why I have them all kind of the numbered and lettered, so that I can use them kind of like I would patch panels for Ethernet. But then that brings us to this, which is from the garage side, my Pixel controller, which is really just a Pi cap on a B+. Yes, not a 2B+, not a 3B+. As a B+, which I'll be replacing that this year, probably with at least a 3, maybe a 4. Then I have an 8 output distribution board on the left there for power injection and what have you. But really I had everything on the garage was running off of here, so I think there was at least 400 pixels, or no, I guess it was probably about, this one actually wasn't too bad. This one I think I had, well, yeah, there's probably 400 on this Pi cap, so probably 200 off of each one, each channel approximately. And then I'll close this up. I have a 20 watt amplifier here to go for the outside speakers. Then I have this old FM02 FM transmitter in my makeshift Amazon box as an enclosure for it, but trying to keep the prying hands from getting into the power and what have you. I'd hoped to have a nicer case for it, but they're kind of old now, and nobody's really creating anything for those anymore, so I'll have to rethink what I want to do with that. All right, well, on the other side of the garage here, I did have some need for power injection, and so this is a pretty simple setup here. Just a 350 watt power supply and a distribution board that's going out and serving the rest of the garage, so that I could not have to run long cables from the other power supply and help spread things out a little bit, make sure nothing was starved for power, and provide some future growth. And here you can see my Halloween, some of my Halloween stuff, a ghost, Pixel Ghost, Chroma Ghost, and then these are some Holiday Coro tombstones. These are the bottom one, the very, very bottom one is a Pixel one, and then two LED ones here. Those I've had for, these two I've had for many, actually all three I bought at the same time, but I've used the top two for many years, and this was the first year I used the Pixel one. All right, so I can go outside here. That's a LED tree that I was gifted when a neighbor moved. Pretty cool. Although it's not very good for using in AC sequences because there's kind of like a half-second delay for it turning on. So I probably could accommodate for that, but I decided to leave it out for that sake. And this and the lights around this shed are controlled by a B plus that is in a has a pi cap, or no, it doesn't have a pi cap, just has RS-45 USB. That's in a shed behind this shed. Then over here on the garage, I have this, calling it matrix is maybe too big of a word, but this is from Boscoyo. It's just a Coro sheet, came just like this as one sheet. Then it's zip tied to 1/2-inch EMT and using EMT connectors there. And then I have it mounted just using EMT conduit holder mount to the eave there. And you can see, I believe it's something like 164 pixels that makes up this. And this is one of the power injection points. Then going around the garage, have LEDs, a couple different. I have accidentally white, warm white, and cool white going around. So you'll see there's two somewhere. Here you'll see these two. One's warm white and one's warm white and one's cool white. And that's because I got interrupted in the middle of putting it up, and although I had things sorted, I started pulling from the second pile when I was going back around. So I did one time up, over, and down, and then I was going back up, over, and down, and grabbed from the wrong pile. But I was able to make it work and look different, and actually look better than I thought it was going to be instead of redoing it. Plus these, I believe these are C6 red. Again, kind of adds some texture. Then this is Chroma Trim from Boscoyo. Chroma Trim V3, and again it's connected to 1/2-inch EMT using EMT fixtures in the corners, having them hang just like that other Coro piece that I was showing, or not Coro, but from Boscoyo. It's hanging in the same way, so I have a couple of these holding it up. Some connections there, but having this all the way around the garage here. And again, it's on the inside. Then I have down here another mount holding it to the garage. One of the other pixel pieces here is this is a 24-inch Boscoyo snowflake, and I have another one upstairs, and that connects to that pi cap, first pi cap I showed you down there. And then let's see here, I'll look at some of more of that stuff there probably in a little bit, hopefully, if I remember to pull the camera out. But you'll see there's another snowflake up there, more LEDs and pixels. But going down over here, yeah, I have another box here. This is another 350 watt power supply, another B plus with a pi cap on it, and a distribution board. Not all that neat, but this one's driving, again, another like 400 pixels, and it's driving all of this window here, which I think that's like 160 or something, plus another 75 of these C9 pixels along here, and then it's controlling all of the upstairs as well. So around that window, snowflake, and then there's actually a strip. It's not an actual strip, but it's a Chroma Trim V3. Again, I made a strip out of. They'll hopefully again show up there. And then otherwise the rest of this is LEDs, so LED C9s that are the colored ones that you see there. LED icicles, and then I also have LEDs around the window as well. So overall, I think I have 850 pixels and about 3,500 LEDs on the house. Although you can't totally see it, there are LEDs on top of that roof and on top of this garage roof. Maybe I'll insert a picture of what it looks like at night so you can get a better sense of what I'm talking about. So the mystery that I was hoping to solve this year and still haven't solved is how I'm going to get to that eaves up on the top there. I really want to start decorating there too, but getting a ladder on top of this metal roof with the angle to be able to get to that top point is just been a safety concern of mine. I've been trying to be safe instead of crazy about it, and want to make sure I don't take any unnecessary risks. And time has also been limited, so that's my other excuse for not doing it. But we will look at more in a little bit. But again, you see similar, the LED icicles, LED C9s, and then pixel C9s as well along the top. All of these pixels are from DIY LED Express. These are I believe they call them the pixel bulbs. I think that's what these ones are. No, these are the Pixa strings, I think, maybe. There's C9s. They have a narrow base. They're not the wide base. And I'm just using standard C9 clips for those to keep them nice and straight. All right. All right, we're up here on the roof. And this is what I was talking about with the strip. I just took another strip of the Boscayo Chroma Trim V3, had a perfect amount of pixels from a cutoff, and hung it up on the side here just to get this strip as far as creating outlines on the house. And it was great. I plan to do more of that kind of thing on the house next year. And then the other snowflake, and again we got the LEDs. So up here we've got, pretty sure these are cool white, and then the multicolored, and then the pixels zip tied again to the EMT, 1/2 inch EMT. And then down below here you can see the C9s that I have all over the garage roof. Quite a few of these going all around the edge, and then every 3 shingles going all the way down. And then over on that side you can see cool white C9s, which I did a similar thing, a little bit more dense, slightly more dense on that side. That was something new for this year, and hopefully I'll expand on that next year, but it was a little dull on that side.